Hello everybody, now welcome to Free Sports TV. If you like your cars fast, you like them classic, you like them loud, then you've come to the right place, because today we're going to bring you the Classic Touring Car Championship with the pre-66s, the pre-83s, the pre-93s, the pre-03s and the monstrous Thunder and Boss Saloon cars on the Classic Touring Car Championship here at Brands Hatch.
It's a great day for racing here at Brands Hatch, and we're starting off with the Classic Thunder and Boss Championship. But before we get to the action, I spoke to a few of the drivers.
Stuart?
How you doing? You alright?
Oh, very well. You're live. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
Look, what an absolute monster of a car you've got here. Talk us through this Mustang. It's a beauty, isn't it?
This was originally built by the Minshaw family for the, I think it was for the ICS Championship back in the 90s. We come across it a couple of years ago, strangely enough in a repo yard, and the last 2 years have been restoring the car, and here we are today.
Fantastic. Now look, Stuart, it's quite warm out there, is it? It's quite hot in there. What are you expecting from the race?
I just want to finish. I just want to finish. If I finish, I'm happy.
Andy, how you doing, mate? Are you well? Yeah. Hey, pole position.
I know.
Hey.
What's wrong?
Are you going for the win today? Yeah.
Yes.
Cadwell perhaps didn't quite go the way you wanted it to.
Cadwell come in, it just ended in a collision. But I'm quite happy today because I'll be that far in front, I'll be gone.
I like it. I like the confidence. Look, enjoy it. Best of luck out there, won't you?
Yeah.
Andrew Wilson is your man on pole position in that beautiful Holden Monaro 7000. Darren Morgan Owen in second place in his BMW M3. Jason Hughes will be third in his Vauxhall Vectra 2000. Keep a sharp eye on that. It says Plato on the window. Throwback, of course, to the 1990s British touring cars, of course. An absolute fine looking machine there. Jasper Sapra in the BMW 46 in fourth. Adrian Hawkins in fifth. Andy Robinson in that Ford Falcon 5000 in sixth. Then we have Paul Hand, James Janicki, James Card, Clive Hainsfield, Steve Waterman, Ross Ronchetti, Piers Grange, Jason Waterman, Mike Saunders, David Griffin, Colin Voice, Ricky Cann, Kevin Denwood, John Devereux, Martin Reynolds, James Dunkley, Tony Palmer, Ben Dewey, Stuart Kai, David Howard, Anton Martin, Malcolm Wise, Ali Osman, Thomas Smith, Simon Bowman and Bob Bullen. What a magnificent field we have. Just listen to the roar of these cars. They are quite something, aren't they? So they're just coming round clearways now, and they're going to start to take position here along the Brabham Straight at Brands Hatch. It's coming a little overcast now, the weather, but it's very, very dry, and I can see them coming along. And we're going to have a rolling start here, it looks like. And it's lights out and away they go. Great start by Andrew Wilson. As we know, Darren Morgan keeping it very, to be honest, indeed, as they head down into Paddock Hill Bend. Wilson's managed to maintain the lead. He's thundering up into Drew. It's a tight right hand and a hairpin there. Let's have a look as they go around. Is everybody going to get round cleanly? Let's have a little look. Wilson got off to start. Magnificent start. He's gone around the outside and I think he might have lost the lead. Let's have a look as they come down the back end of the circuit. The roar of these, and Andrew Wilson, he had a great start off the line, didn't he? He got into a little bit of trouble down into Paddock Hill Bend. He's actually lost the lead of this race. We spoke to him in the paddock and he was feeling pretty confident he was going to get away. Might have just been a little bit overconfident, who knows, as they come round the start, finish straight to complete the very first lap of this race. And magnificent. Jasper Sapra is the leader of this race. Morgan Owen in second place, Wilson in third, Robinson in fourth, Janicki in fifth, Hawkins sixth, Ron Chetty's had a great start, he's over sixth, then Card, Hand, Hainsford, Saunders, Waterman. Magnificent start, isn't it? I can see Sapra, fastest man on the track of 54.826, Morgan Owen in second. He's done half a second behind there. Wilson, who started on poles, dropped down to third. He's 1.5 seconds behind the order there. Magnificent start there by Sapra. He's going to be delighted with that. They're thundering down the Cooper Straight now, heading up into Clearways. We just spoke there, didn't we? Clearways, a tricky right-hander. It's harder than it looks, Brands Hatch, to race. It's a lot harder, and I can tell you, there's some clouds up here which look pretty ominous. They look a bit wet to me. Is there a chance of any rain during this race? Who knows? And Sapra still holds the lead. He's done a 51.863 that time round. Morgan Owen in second place, Wilson in third. Yannicki, we just spoke to Yannicki, we said watch out for him, he is going to be on a flyer. He's jumped up to fourth place. Robinson in fifth, Hawkins in sixth, Card seventh, Ronchetti eighth, Hand in ninth, Saunders 10th, Hainsford 11th, Waterman in 12th, Grange 13th, Voice 15th, Griffin up to 15th, Can in 16th, Denwood 17th, Reynolds 18th, Devereux 19th. Yannicki is the fastest man on the track. He's done a 51.40. He's absolutely flying in that blue Nissan Skyline. And there coming Wilson's made a move around the outside of Morgan Owen, and he's made it stick along the Brabant Straight. He's gone past there into Paddock Hill Bend. Andrew Wilson started in first. He dropped down to third, but he's just got past Morgan Owen, back up to second. Is he going to challenge Sapra? This is going to be magnificent stuff. Keep a sharp eye on it. They're going around Druids at the minute. And there is Yannicki on your screen right now, the fastest man currently out on the track. He is flying through. So there is on your screen Sapra. He is an absolute flyman. He's got Wilson all over the back of him as they're heading up to Clearways. We know Wilson's got the speed in that hold, and it's an absolute monster, isn't it? Yannicki's got up to third. Magnificent stuff. Morgan Owen's dropped down the field. They're coming through Clearways now. They head up onto the main straight. Here they come. It's Sapra as the leader, but Wilson's going to make the move down to the inside of the Paddock event. They're three abreast, but I think Sapra's just managed to hold on. But Yannicki's got up to second place. Yannicki's made it into second place. He's got past Wilson round the outside of Paddock Hill Bend. Can he hold on as they're going into Druids? Sapra is still holding on to the lead of this race. 10 minutes still to go. Wow, this is fascinating stuff. Sapra is your race leader there. Yannicki in second place in that skyline, that blue skyline. Where is Wilson? Has he dropped back just a little bit? He's just dropped back. So Sapra in the lead. Yannicki there in second. There is Wilson. There is Morgan Owen coming through Clearways. They're just pounding now onto the start-finish straight here at Brands Hatch. And Yannicki's trying to go around the outside. He's absolutely done it. He's just flown through. Yannicki takes the lead at Brands Hatch here for the Classic Touring cars. Absolutely magnificent stuff round the outside of Sapra here, and they're heading up into Druids there. Magnificent racing by Yannicki. He takes the lead of this race. We spoke to him in the assembly area, didn't we? He said he's feeling feisty. He's going to come through the field. My word, hasn't he just done that? Yannicki now takes the lead of this race. Sapra in second place, Wilson in third, Morgan Owen in fourth, Hawkins in fifth, Card in sixth, Robinson in seventh, Ronchetti is eighth, Hand is ninth, Hainsford in 10th. And look at the battle here. Yannicki, is he going to take the win in that skyline? He was unlucky at Cadwell Park a few weeks ago. He came through the field, but it was to no prevail in the end. He is flying here today at Brands Hatch. So you're currently looking at your race leader, James Yannicki there in that beautiful blue skyline. He's coming around Clearways. He's coming the long right-hander up to the start-finish straight. There is Sapra, Hawkins and Wilson coming around. They are next in line. There's a tight battle there for second, third and fourth between Sapra, Hawkins and Wilson. There goes Yannicki down into Paddock Hill Bend. He's all by himself. He's got 4.8 second lead over Sapra. He's running away with this. You can get a great view of him coming up there into Druids. Tight right-hander. Magnificent stuff here at Brands Hatch. There's still 4 minutes of this race to go. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere because there's still plenty of action left to happen. There's a battle between Sapra, Hawkins and Wilson, all for second place. This is not over just yet, I can assure you of that. Yannicki, the fastest man on track, he's done a 51.148. That's the fastest lap of the race. Sapra's best time is a 51.863. 3 minutes 40 seconds left to go of this race. Don't go anywhere. This is absolutely thrilling here at Brands Hatch. It's the Indy circuit, it's the Classic Touring cars, it's the Thunder and Boss Saloons. Oh, there's a huge accident on the pit straight. There's a massive accident on the pit straight. I've just seen it right in front of us. There's a huge accident on the pit straight. We've got red flag. The race has been red flagged. So the race is red flagged. There is a massive accident. I can tell you Hawkins is involved. And there are a few words being said here between the two, Hawkins and Sapri. That was for position as well, and that was the battle for second place. Oh no, they've just, obviously contact's been made along the main straight here. It's not a place you should have an accident really. If there's anywhere, the main straight, it shouldn't be the case.
So race one comes to a dramatic close, and it's James Janicki who is your race winner. Andrew Wilson in second place, James Card in third, Andy Robinson in fourth, Joss Ronchetti in fifth, Paul Hand sixth, Jason Hughes in seventh, and Clyde Hainsford wrap out the top 8. It's been a lively start to proceedings here at Brands Hatch, and up next we have the pre-66 category. And before the race, we caught up with a man on pole, Alan Greenhall.
Good afternoon, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you, very well.
I expect so, because you're on pole position.
Yes, and it's been a while, but we're holding our fingers crossed that everything carries on working.
I don't want to jinx you, but qualifying looks reasonably comfortable. Are you expecting to hopefully get away in the race?
Well, if I can avoid lighting up the tyres, then I should be okay. So, but you know, none of these boys are slouches, so I can't afford to. And this being a bit of a boat, you know, it's.
You said it.
You have to kind of warm the tyres up for 2 laps, otherwise it could be a bit tricky. And the brakes.
Oh well, yeah, absolutely. So keep a sharp eye at Paddock Hill Bend is what you're saying on the first lap.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting because it's quite wide, so if it goes sideways, so that'll be interesting.
And Alan, can I just say, am I saying your surname right? Can you just pronounce it for me?
It's pronounced H-A-L-L, Greenhall.
Greenhall. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll definitely be getting it wrong. I apologise.
Right.
Best of luck, Alan. Just look at that grid of cars. It's the pre-66 Classic Touring Car Championship cars. Alan Greenhall on pole position, David Hall in second, Kevin Bottomley in third, Michael Sheraton in fourth, Neil Bray in fifth, Alex Williams sixth, Freddie Brown seventh, Andy Messermates, Martin Reynolds ninth, Michael Loveland in 10th. That is your top 10. Are you ready for this? It's the Classic Touring Car Championship pre-66. The tail enders are just lining up here. It's almost lights out. The nerves are jangling. Just feel the tension. The 5-second board goes up. The red light's on. And away we go, and it's a great start. Oh, magnificent start by David Hall. It looks like he is going to get into the lead, into Paddock Hill Bend, into the first corner. Oh, no, he hasn't. He hasn't. Absolutely not. Alan Greenhall's retaking it back, and David Hall, he absolutely stuttered there, didn't he? He got past into the lead and then stuttered through, and it looks like Alan Greenhall's going to take the lead as he heads up into Druids there. He's going to hold that inside line. He just about. Oh, there's a ding-dongs. They're coming down this Graham Hill Bend. There's a bit of a lock-up. There's a little bit of lock-up. He's got past. Magnificent stuff there. The lights say Michael Sheraton takes the lead, but look at the straight line speed there. Look at the straight line speed of Alan Greenhall. He just flies past on the straights. He did say beforehand it's a bit of a boat to get around the corners, but on the straights it is so fast. Michael Sheraton all over the back of him as he comes around into clearways. And then we've got the Mini popping through as well, and he's taking second place. Expect this throughout the whole race. It's going to be change position. But Alan Greenhall comes around at lap 1 is your race leader. Magnificent stuff from Kevin Bottomley. He's up to second place. Superb action on lap 1 here of the pre-66 Classic Touring Cars. Magnificent stuff as they head down now into Haleswood Hills, up into Druids. So it's Alan Greenhall in first, Kevin Bottomley in second, Bray's up to third, Sheraton's back down to fourth, Hall, who started second, we got off the line so well. He just outbroke himself going into Paddock Hill Bend. He's now down to fifth. But look how much close Kevin Bottomley is as they go through Graham Hill Bend. And then he just pulls away, does Alan Greenhall, just pulls away down the Cooper Straight there into clearways. But that Mini of Kevin Bottomley is so quick through the corners. And here comes Alan Greenhall now in that Falcon. Just look how fast it's going to be down the start-finish straight. The Burton straight here at Brands Hatch. But Kevin Bottomley's keeping him honest. And Bray is now up to third as well, car number 76. So it's a couple of Minis on the podium as it stands at the minute. And Hall has got back up to fourth. He started in second, he's now fourth. He's got past Sheraton on that last lap. But Sheraton is all over the back of him. And there is your race leader coming through Druid. So just look how close Bottomley gets to him though. That tight right-hander, he really closes up. And then Alan Greenhill just pulls away on the straights. But he comes through Graham Hill Bend, the tight left-hander there. Bottomley is all over the back in that blue Mini. But Greenhill does, just as it comes down to the Cooper Straight, manages to get ahead. And we've got yellow flags. We have a yellow flag down at the end of the Cooper Straight. It looks like a mechanical failure down there, and I believe it is Loveland who is off the circuit in a safe position. So coming round now on your screen as your race leader, Alan Greenhill. He powers down the Bramham Straight. Second place is Kevin Bottomley. Greenhill's just under 59.3535, the fastest lap of the race. Bottomley in second, keeping him honest. Bray in third in the red Mini. Then we've got Hall in fourth, and Sheraton, where Sheraton's been overtaken as well. Sheraton's just been overtaken by Williams. But you're looking right now at your race leader with Kevin Bottomley all over the back of him as he comes down into Graham Hill Bend, the left-hander there. Look how much closer Kevin Bottomley gets to him. And look at that battle, that's between Bray and Hall. That is for third and fourth place. And it looks like Hall was going to get back past. Is Hall going to get back past? No, Hall does get back past. Hall, of course, started second on the grid, got a great start. So they're just going through a bit of traffic now. You're seeing Alan Greenhill just get through a bit of traffic. Kevin Bottomley follows him really closely there. There's no getting away, is there? Kevin Bottomley's really keeping Alan Greenhill honest here as they come down the Cooper Straight. You are looking at Kevin Bottomley in second place. That is the battle for first at the minute. Alan Greenhill in that Ford Falcon currently holds first position. Kevin Bottomley in the Mini Cooper S is in second and closes the gap so much on those corners, doesn't he? But just can't get close enough on the straights. That Falcon just has too much power down the straight. So still got just under 8 minutes of this race to go, and it's a thriller, isn't it? Any mistake will be pounced upon here at Brands, actually Indy circuit as well. Oh no! Oh no, I can see Bottomley's going slow and he's pulled out. He's pulled out at the bottom of Paddock Hill Bend. The blue Mini has gone off the track. I can see from where I am, down at the bottom of Paddock Hill Bend. That has allowed Alan Greenhill a clear run. That's allowed David Hall to go up into second place. So David Hall's now into second place. Alan Greenhill is outright leader by quite some margin now. Kevin Bottomley has pulled up at the bottom of Paddock Hill Bend on the grass on the right hand side as you go down the hill. What a shame that is. It just looked a mechanical issue. He wasn't around anybody and it just pulled off to the right. What a shame. So it's Greenhill from Hall, from Bottomley, who's now out the race. It is now Bray, Williams, Messon, Burrows, Williams, Brown, Harris, Knight, Radford, Wright, Dodwell and Evans. So you are looking at your race leader, Alan Greenhill. He's got a 5-second lead over David Hall, and there is Kevin Bottomley. Oh, what a terrible shame that is. He was keeping Alan Greenhill honest the whole way. Kevin Bottomley there out of the race, running in second place he was at the time. But there is your race leader, just coming up to the long right-hander here at Brands Hatch. Clearway's tricky corner, but he's got a big lead, a 5-second lead over David Hall in second place. Bray in third, Williams in fourth, Messam in fifth, Burrows in sixth, Williams in seventh and Brown in eighth. That is your top 8 as we go to just under 6 minutes left of this Classic Touring Car Championship Pre-66 race, of course, for saloon cars, marketed before the 1st of January 1966 only, and they have to be 4-seater cars as well. There are no sports cars, they have to be able to sit 4 people. So Alan Greenhill now has a 7.264 lead. That's the chap you're looking at the minute as he comes down into Graham Hill Bend there. Hall in second place. And there's your race leader just coming into shot at the minute in that Ford Falcon. Car number 77, Alan Greenhill. Spoke to him in the assembly area before the race, was hoping to pull away a little bit, but was well aware that there's a lot of competition around. Of course, his cause for the race win has been helped somewhat, hasn't it, by Kevin Bottomley retiring from this race. So we have lost Kevin Bottomley, Michael Sheraton. We've also lost Reynolds and Loveland early doors from this race. So there are still 14 of the 18 runners currently out on track here at Brands Hatch. That's Greenhall currently in first place as you look down at the Bradman Straight, the start-finish straight here at Brands Hatch. So it's Greenhall from Hall, from Bray, from Williams, Messon, Burrows, Williams, Brown, Harris, Knight. That's your top 10. Now, because you're not here in double, there are 2 Williams, car number 39 and car number 12, running 4th and 7th respectively. Oh, is that Tars? Burrows. Burrows is at pit entry. He's gone a bit of off-roading there. He's obviously lost a bit of control coming around clearways. We did say that's a little bit dangerous, but Burrows has got himself back on track. But of course, he'll tumble down the order. He was running at 6th place. He's dropped down the order. And there's your race leader just coming through traffic there, Alan Greenhall. With 4 minutes to go, he's got a 7-second lead over Hall. Pounding down the start-finish straight. I just heard a big misfire from Knight as well, it sounded like. Oh, I don't believe it. Alan Greenhill's got a problem and he's pulled over. The race leader's pulled over at the bottom of Paddock Hill Bend. The leader is gone from the race. The new leader, David Hall, number 57, will take over the lead of this race. Oh, I don't believe it. So the first 2 have come and gone. Car number 57, David Hall, is your new race leader, Alan Greenhall. I just said, didn't I, heard a misfire? It wasn't Knight I heard the misfire. It was Alan Greenhall. Oh, we've got a car, we've got a spinner on the start-finish straight. We've got a spinner on the start-finish straight. So Greenhall's just gone from the race. We've got a spinner on the start-finish straight. That Morris Minor, isn't it? Oh no, what a terrible shame. It is carnage all over. We've got double-waved yellows on the Bradman Straight. We've just seen Alan Greenhall, your race leader, retire from the race. And we've got a red flag. We have a red flag. The race has been red flagged for the 2nd time today. We have a red flag. So here's a little replay of Alan Greenhall here coming around into Paddock Hill Bend. Oh, I thought it was Knight's, the car behind's misfire, but it wasn't, it was Alan's. And you can just see he's about to pull off just to the right side here. He was going really, really slow. There he goes, Knight goes past, and he just pulls off to the grass. And we're just looking right in the top left, right, just spins out on the Bradman Straight here at Brands Hatch. And that has caused a red flag here for the Classic Touring Cars Pre-66 race.
So the classification for Classic Touring Car Championship Pre-66 Race 1. Alan Greenhall, your winner. Despite that engine failure, he was in first place when the red flags came out. David Hall in 2nd, Neil Bray in 3rd, Alex Williams in 4th, Andy Messon 5th, and Nathan Williams in 6th. We've had great racing so far here from Brands Hatch, and there's plenty more to come. So join us after this short break for more racing action. Welcome back to Brands Hatch, and up next we have the Pre-83 category. Let's head down to the pits and catch up with some of the drivers.
Stephen, is everything okay with the car? A bit of work going on there?
Yeah, it's got the battery's not got a lot of life in it. So we're hoping we can.
It's got 15 minutes in it, has it?
I'll be fine. Just trying to start the old girl.
Oh, all right, best of luck. Best of luck. There you go, Poultec there. A bit of a battery issue. Let's hope we can get the car started. Let's just talk to David Howard. David, whilst we're up here very quickly, this has got some pace, this Jag, isn't it? Can you challenge Stephen?
Yeah, I'm going to try to.
That's what we like to.
I've got the power, he's got the nimble. Right, so we'll see, and Mike the same. So we'll see. We'll find out in about 20 minutes.
We definitely will. Best of luck. Enjoy, won't you? So Primmett and Howard line up side by side. Ford versus Jaguar. What's it going to be? The 5-second board has been shown. The lights are on. And away we go. And it's a good start by Stephen Primmett. It's a little bit slow off the line. Here's David Howard as they go, oh, get away. away cleanly. Let's have a little look. And it is David Howard who's heading down side by side, and he's down into Paddock Hill Bend, and he's got the job done on Stephen Primmett. He's overtaken him as to head up into Druids. It is David Howard has got past Stephen Primmett for the lead. We know Primmett's going to be very, very quick through the midsection of this circuit, though. He's not going to let him get away. There's plenty of action in the midfield, as well as they can bounding through, but everybody through Druids safely. There is Howard and Primmett going toe-to-toe safely through Graham Hill Bend, and now onto the Cooper Straight here. Heading through, so into McLaren's up the long right-hander of Clearways. So they're coming round, a bit of a ding-dong a little bit further behind, but you can see, and it was the Jaguar pace. Howard thunders down after lap one in the lead. Primmett is in second place. Magnificent stuff there. So it's Howard from Primmett, from Luck, Corker, Margulies, Lucock, Rutter, Claxton, Chorlton, Wayman, Shreve, and Kirchberg in the Metro is currently in last place. So Howard is holding on to that lead, isn't he? He's got 1.276 lead over Stephen Primmett. We're expecting a lot from Primmett, but Mike Luck is not letting him go. Is he going to ride his luck today? Let's see, shall we? There are your two leaders. That is the battle for first place you're currently watching. Howard there, just keeping Primmett at bay, but Primmett's trying to go around the outside. He's not going to get it done there, but he does take an inside line. He's trying the undercut, but Howard's going to have the inside line coming into Graham Hill Bend. And he keeps on with Primmett's back, then gets a little bit out. And it's like Howard can breathe again just for a little bit as they come round. A fascinating battle for first place here in the Classic Touring Car Championship, pre-83 category here. Magnificent racing by Howard and Primmett here. Howard in the lead in the Jaguar, but Primmett is all over the back of him, and now he's going to make a run down onto the Brabham Straight. We know that Jack can just pull away, but he's getting closer and closer every time he comes around. He's just holding on at the minute, is Howard. But how long will he be able to hold on for as they head up into Druids? David Howard from Stephen Primmett. And it's just getting closer and closer and closer. I can tell you, Lucock has jumped up to 5th place whilst we stick with this battle, because it's well worth watching. And Chorlton has jumped all the way up to 7th place after starting at the back of the grid. Wow, magnificent stuff by Mark Chorlton there. He's flying, isn't he? But this is the battle for first place. Howard and Primmett going toe to toe as they approach Clearways. That long right-hander, it feels like an age getting around there, and again, look how close. Oh, and Primmett's got the lead. He's taking him, they're going to nose to tail as they come down. Surely the Jag will pull away a little bit, though, but Primmett's the closest he's ever been before. They come down the Brabham Straight. He's surely going to make a go of it this time. And let's have a look, they go down into Paddock Hill Bend. Primmett's got a great run. Is he going to try another go into Druids? Let's have a little look. Oh, and Howard just takes the inside line, but Primmett is trying to go around the outside. He's trying to hold on to get the inside line going into Graham Hill Bend, but he hasn't managed to do it. Howard still holds the line. Going through Graham Hill Bend, but look how close they are. They are almost bumper to bumper as they go down to Cooper Straight. That Jaguar power just manages to pull away. And look, Primmett is all over. He's trying to go around the outside of Clearways. He's trying to go around Magnificent. He's going to try the undercut by the looks of things. He's desperate to get the inside line, get a run, just stick with him. That's what he wants to do. Alan Wayman gets out of the way in his smoking Camaro as they come pounding down. Off he goes. And a straight into, and it's still Howard. Howard is clinging on to this somehow, but we know Primmett's got pace. We've seen it before so many times. David Howard's clinging on to the lead of this race as Primmett once again tries to go around the outside. I can tell you something. I spoke to David Howard in the assembly area and he said that his Jag could be a bit like a boat. Well, it certainly is at the minute, isn't it? Because he's not letting anything through. So Primmett again, nose to tail. Luck is just that the red BMW is just behind them. You can't see them on screen, but they are literally just right behind them. He is keeping them both honest. As Primmett now tries to take the inside, is he going to stick with him? Howard again just manages to hold him off. This is bringing Mike Luck into the battle though. He's only 1.851 seconds behind. We could be on for a three-way fight for the lead any second. Primmett's holding on to the outside line around clearways. He's not letting it go this time, and he's getting a run. They're going to be neck and neck as they come over. But again, that extra power of the Jaguar down the straight just keeps them at bay. So look at that, is your top three as they're coming down. Howard, Primmett and Luck. And Chorlton, a massive shout out to Chorlton. He's got all the way up to 4th place. He started last, he's up to 4th. And here they come. Oh, they've touched. Howard and Primmett have touched at the top of Druids, and Primmett's off, and Mike Luck takes the lead. Mike Luck's taking the lead of the race. I just said he's sticking around, wasn't he? Is he going to ride his luck? Well, that was lucky, wasn't it? Because he's taking the lead. Stephen Primmett off, out of the race. Oh, wow. And Mike Luck takes advantage of that. David Howard drops down to 2nd place. Oh, what a race we are watching right now. This is absolutely magnificent. There is Stephen Primmett getting out of his car, and well, it's a good job we can't hear what he's saying, because I bet it's not very nice. And look at that, Mike Luck now has really taken advantage of that. 3rd place, he's now in the lead in that red BMW. This is an absolutely stunning race. Can I just say, Chorlton, he started in last place, he's in 3rd, he's on the podium as it stands. Absolutely magnificent racing. So blue flag's being waved, and Howard is closing the gap on Mike Luck. He's getting closer and closer. I thought Luck maybe edged out a little bit of advantage, but Howard's going wide around clearway, so you get a tight run up, down the hill, up onto the Brabham Straight, foots to the floor as we go. There's still 3.5 minutes left of this race, and Howard is going to try and make a bit of a last gasp dive into Paddock Hill Bend, is he? No, he's not close enough this time. Wow, this is stunning racing. Mike Luck, David Howard. We had a three-way fight, didn't we? Stephen Primmett sadly out of the race. In fact, Luck and Howard are about to drive past Primmett's stationary car there. You can just see it in your screen there. Out of the race, Stephen Primmett. And they're coming down, and Howard, oh, he almost touches Mike Luck there as they go around Graham Hill Bend. He almost clipped him. Oh, my word. Wow, what a race we got. Mike Luck is clinging on to this. David Howard is desperate for this race. When he started 2nd, he got into the lead. He held the lead for so long, made contact with Stephen Primmett. Now he wants the race, and he's got a good run. It's like he's going to have a great run on Mike Luck as they come down onto the Brabham Straight. Is he going to be close enough this time to make a dive into Paddock Hill Bend? He's got his lights on. He's trying to pit Mike Luck off. He's going toe-to-toe with him. And we've got oil on the track. Looks like we've got oil on the track, and he's not quite close enough. Wow, what a race we have got on to Mike Luck and David Howard here. This is brilliant stuff. There is your race leader, but he's been hunted down by Howard there. He's been in the wars as Howard. He had a contact with Stephen Primmett. He wouldn't let him through. He's made that Jaguar like an absolute boat. But Mike Luck took advantage, didn't he, and jumped through, and now has the race lead with just over a minute and a half left to go. Here comes, they're coming up to a couple more laps, and I can tell you, Harvey's just come into the pits. He's dropped down to 8th. Harvey's now in the pits and retired from this race as well. So we've lost Primmett, we've lost Shreve, and we've lost Harvey by the looks of things as well from this race. But as it stands, look how close Luck and Howard, they're toe-to-toe as they go down Paddock Hill Bend. I can tell you from driving it from experience, when you get down the bottom of that hill, your stomach just disappears. And they're now going around Druids. They're coming up to a bit of traffic as well. Will this have an impact? Let's see, oh, and Howard just lost it, just lost the back end. He managed to recover it. That's giving Mike Luck a bit of breathing space. Is it going to be enough? I think it probably will be. Well, my reckoning is this is the penultimate lap of the race. Oh, and Howard pushing so hard. Just lost the back of that giant Jaguar. And has that handed Mike Luck the race? Let's see. It's blue flags as they're coming down. There's only 30 seconds left of this race. This will be the final lap. Mike Luck has a 1.5 second lead over David Howard. Let's keep a sharp eye on this, shall we? There is your race leader coming up through a bit of traffic. Alan Wayman again in his Camaro, just getting out of the way. He doesn't want to be involved in this tussle. So there's Mike Luck coming around. So you can watch him now, Graham Hillbend, on to the Cooper Straight for the final time. It's nice to actually get to the end of a race under green flag conditions. Mike Luck is coming up round Clearways. And there is Mike Luck, your race winner, Mike Luck. Wow, started right down inside in third place, but he somehow managed to get through. Really took advantage of Howard and Primit's a little coming together at Druids, and he was there. He didn't let him go the whole race. He was just there waiting to pounce for a mistake, and it happened. It came, and Mike Luck, he didn't need to ride his luck in the end because he took it home in first place. Magnificent stuff by Mike Luck. The Classic Touring Car Championship Pre-83 race results are in, and Mike Luck took first place, David Howard in second, Mark Lucock in third, Jonathan Corker in fourth, David Margulies in fifth, Mostyn Rutter in sixth, Colin Claxton in seventh, and Ray Cashberg in eighth. So a great win there for Mike Luck in the Pre-83 category. Now we move on to the Pre-93 and 03 categories, so let's get straight into the action. This is the Classic Touring Car Championship Pre-93s, Pre-03 cars. They are a joint grid, of course, over the first lot of 93s for cars marketed before the 1st of January 1993, and likewise for the 03s, obviously 1st of January 2003. What a grid of cars we've got. There's BMW versus BMW locking out the front row there. David Griffin on pole position, Ian Bowyer in second, Rob Burley in third, Russell Dack in fourth, Sonny Gill in fifth, AJ Owen in sixth in that red Honda. Keep an eye out for that car, because that was two-time winner at Cadwell Park as well. Mike Dugdale in 7th place. Then we've got Andy Cripps in 8th, Mark Fowler in 9th, Simon Beaumont in 10th, Ross Craig in 11th, Yusuf Osman in 12th, Michael Seaborn in 13th. You're not going to miss Michael Seaborn because he is in that whopping great Jaguar as well. David Nixon in 14th there, Stephen Field 15th, Andrew Sheraton in 16th, Samuel Goodwin in 17th, Andy Gay 18th, Andrew Smith in 19th, Katie Twigger is in 20th, Chris Walton in 21st, Alex Stevenson 22nd, Oliver Withington in 23rd, Trevor Kiffin 24th, Jake Margulies in 25th, and Matthew Simpson in 26th. So 26 cars for this Pre-93 race. The 5-second board has gone up. Lights are on, and away we go, and it looks like a good start by David Griffin. Jack is trying to get through too. Let's have a look at how it goes as they go into Paddock Hill Bend. Oh, and Ian Bowyer's got past. Ian Bowyer's taking the lead. Griffin's dropped down to second place. Everybody looks like they're getting through cleanly. Everybody's made it through Paddock Hill cleanly, and look at that. I think that the Honda Integris got through as well. Rod Burley's got himself up to second place as well. Magnificent stuff. Everyone pounding round Druids down into Graham Hill Bend, that left-hander, and it is Ian Bowyer who takes the lead with Rod Burley all over the back of him, and David Griffin in third place there. That is the battle for the lead, as you can see. Wow, Rod Burley jumps up to second place. David Griffin from pole down to third place. It's like everybody's coming through Clearways safely. So we've got a clean lap. We are green flag racing here at Brands Hatch. It's the Classic Touring Cars Pre-93, Pre-03s. As they pound down here to Bradham Straight. So it's the two Bs, Bowyer and Burley. followed by Griffin. He'll be disappointed with that. Started on pole. It looked like to me he got quite a good start there. But it looks, he ended up getting a little bit bogged down there. AJ Owen is in 5th place as well. Keep an eye on that red Honda as he slides around. AJ Owen there, you just caught him there from where I stood. He was sliding that car around Graham Hill Bend there. Fastest lap of the race, Bowyer, of course, only 1 lap completed, so there's not really too much we can read into that as of yet. Seaborn's jumped up to 10th as well, so there's quite a lot of change. In fact, only Owen, Swigger, Kiffin and Margulies have stayed in the same position after that one. So when we get a bit of a break in the action, I'll run down the running order for you. But it is Bowyer in 1st place, Rob Burley in 2nd. There is AJ Owen on your screen as he comes pounding down into Paddock Hill Bend. Still expecting a lot from him. He's keeping Fowler very honest, isn't he? And they're coming up the top through Haleswood Hills into Druids. They come, and Bowyer did set the fastest lap there, 55.496. It looks like Bowyer is getting himself a little bit of a lead here. And there is Bowyer, the fastest man. But look how Burley's all over the back of him now. Burley's not going to let him go, is he? Found some pace. Did Bowyer make a bit of a mistake down the back there as they're coming down neck and neck, almost down and Brother straight here. Watkin, he's not going to be close enough. Burley's not going to be close enough. Griffin, again, is just keeping them all honest, isn't he? He's hanging around again. Is he going to wait for a mistake? Is he going to pounce? We know he's got the pace in that car. You can see Bowyer and Burley going toe-to-toe as they're starting to get through some of the back markers as well. That must be Kiffin there, just getting out of the way. So I'm not getting involved in that. Let those guys go. Rightly so as well. So Bowyer just ahead of Rob Burley there. Now Honda Integra. Griffin keeping them close as well. 1.15 seconds separates the top 3 here. Is traffic going to make an impact? And as you can see there, Burley, the fastest man on the track, he's just set to 54.452. The top 3 are trading fastest laps here, and we've still got 8.5 minutes to go. This is going to go right down to the wire, and look at them as they're coming down the pit straight. That is Margulies just getting out off their way. He's like, off you go. Feel free. Oh, David Griffin trying to make a late charge almost. Oh, he was very late on the brakes there, was Griffin. Just behind Burley there. And look at Bowyer and Burley. They are neck and neck as they come down into Graham Hill Bend. The traffic is clearly having an issue here. They're getting bogged down a little bit. Griffin there is having to move a little bit out of the way. And Burley all over the back of Bowyer as they head through Surtees into McLaren's, up them to the long right-hander of Clearways. More than once we've seen somebody lose it up through Clearways. So let's have a little look as they're coming around. They're toe-to-toe, aren't they? Look at that, neck and neck. Let's follow them down into Paddock Hill Bend. Bowyer holding on. The Burley's having a little sniff around the outside, and Griffin there as well. He's involved now. He's like saying, you guys aren't getting away from me. I started on pole. I've got the pace around here, and I'm going to take you guys on. This is what we wanted, isn't it? A 3-way battle for the race win here today. 7 minutes still to go. Oh, and it looks like Bowyer's made a mistake. Bowyer's made a mistake, and Burley's got through. Can Griffin get through around the outside? Oh, he has. He's done it. Griffin's through as well. Griffin's got round the outside of Graham Hill Bend. You don't often see that, do you? Bowyer must have made a bit of a mistake going out of Druids. It's not the first time we've seen an error up there today, proving costly. And it's all changes. Burley takes the lead. Griffin in 2nd place. Bowyer now down into 3rd place. He started that lap in the lead. Magnificent racing here. So it's Burley, Griffin, Bowyer. AJ Owen, what did I say? Keep an eye on him, he's going to fly. He's now up to 4th place. Fowler in 5th, Dak in 6th. You got Cripps in 7th, Dugdale 8th. Craig in 9th, Seaborn's racing very well, by the way, in that Jag. In 10th place, Osman in 11th, Goodman 12th, Field 13th, Sheraton 14th, Nixon 15th, Smith is 16th, Withington 17th, Gay 18th, Swigger has moved up a place to 19th, Stevenson 20th, Simpson 21st, Margulies 22nd, Walton 23rd, Kiffin 24th. We have lost Bowman, I'm afraid. He's out of this race. Oh, we've got somebody going off right in front of the leaders there, right in front. It looked like one of the Rover Tomcats Is it Kaylee Twigger? Is it David Nixon? We'll find out very, very shortly. But it's looking like Bowyer is now all over the back of David Griffin. But he's not been able to get through there. We've got waved yellows through clearways. So there goes Burley, Griffin, Bowyer. How far back is Owen? He's 5.83 seconds behind the leader. Probably a bit too far to challenge the leader, but he could catch Bowyer maybe. We've got 3.5 minutes of this race left to go. Let's see, you're watching the battle for the race win here. There is Burley in that white Honda Integra with the black bonnet, closely followed by David Griffin in the Diet Coke BMW there. He's going to make a last gasp for it. I'll tell you, I covered these guys at Cadwell Park, and a lot of the time they leave it to the very last lap and they give it all full beans. There's a lot of traffic coming up. A lot of traffic coming up now for the guys so as to come through. It's still Burley, Griffin, Bowyer, Owen in 4th place. Has he closed the gap that much? And it looks like Bowyer is dropping back a little bit. Whether that's traffic, whether that's pace, Bowyer has just allowed Burley and Griffin to get away a little bit. So it looks like that is going to be the fight for the race. Can Owen get the podium? That's the key. That's one of the big questions here as well. But let's keep a sharp eye on that. So I was saying that we have lost Kaylee Twigger and Bowman from this race. I'm pleased to say 23 of the 25 starters are still out on track. Magnificent race, and you are watching your race leader, Rob Burley there. He is coming around clearways. He is doing a stunning job, and closely followed is David Griffin in the Diet Coke BMW. Don't count out Bowyer yet. I think it might have just been a bit of traffic, and don't count out AJ Owen just yet either, because that is a man who wants at least a podium. So 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes of this race left to go. And anything can still happen here. Griffin on pole, Bowyer got the better of him. And then Burley managed to somehow squeeze through the pair of them and get into the lead. All three have at some point officially been in front of this race. Magnificent stuff, isn't it? 1.5 minutes left to go. There is your race leader, Rob Burley. He's coming around clearways. We've already seen a couple of errors there. David Griffin in 2nd place as well. Pretty tricky as clearways throughout the day. We've seen 1 or 2 go off there. Kaylee Twigger retiring due to mechanical failure, I believe. What a great shame that is. So let's have a look. I'm interested to see how AJ Owen is getting on. He's not really making any headway into the leaders, if I'm totally honest. There is Burley coming around Druids, closely followed by Griffin. The gap is 0.972 of a second. Pretty much nothing in it really, is there? And I think there's a fair chance they are going to get round one more time as well. So this will be the penultimate lap of the race. So what can Griffin do? Is he going to make a last ditch gap? He did look like he tried to make a bit of a slip into clearways there. I think it was too soon. So here come your race leaders down the Burton straight. And this is now the last lap of the race. We are on the final lap. What is going to happen? Is Griffin going to make a last gasp move on to Burley? Let's have a look. Is traffic going to play its part? They're siving through them. Everyone's just getting out of their way. You don't want to get in the way of the race leaders in a minute. Let me tell you, have a look at it. They're so tight through Druids there. Look at it. It's just a plethora of cars. As Burley comes down into Graham Bend for the final time, he's there through cleanly. Griffin, does he have anything left in the tank? Does he just have a little bit longer on the gas pedal there? And I think Mike Seaborn's Jaguar is blowing a load of smoke as they go around through Surtees on the right hander there of McLaren's into clearways here. And it looks like Rod Burley has done enough. Rod Burley looks like he is going to take the checkered flag here. And he does. Rod Burley's your race winner. David Griffin in second place. Moya comes home in third. Owen in fourth place. I'm just looking for Fowler, car number 5. Where's Fowler? Did he manage to get over? There is Fowler. Fowler in fifth place. Dak. Oh, Dak got ahead. Sorry, Dak got ahead of Fowler. So Dak finishes in fifth. Fowler in sixth. Cripps. Oh, Fowler's dropped out down the order completely. Okay, we'll have to keep a sharp eye on that, get the official classifications. I know there might have been a bit of an issue with Fowler's transponder throughout the race. I'm not so sure we've been picking his times up correctly. But Rod Burley, magnificent stuff. He is your race winner. The Classic Touring Car Championship pre-93 and pre-03 race results are in, and Rod Burley took the race win. David Griffin in second, Ian Bayer in third, AJ Owen storming up to fourth place, Mark Fowler in fifth, Russell Dak sixth, Andy Cripps seventh, and Mike Dugdale in eighth. Well, what a day's of racing action we've had here at Brands Hatch for the Classic Touring Car Championship. It's been full of action, hasn't it? We've seen spills, we've seen thrills, we've even almost come close to fisticuffs as well. Really hope you've enjoyed the show here today on Free Sports TV. Until next time, drive safely.